call in sick. What happens then? They call agency. We go and cover, they pay us more. But what do you have now? You have people like me on the shift. We know they tire. We be like us. We be Jackie. We know they tire.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So for every video on the internet today, on the cyberspace, there's a lesson to learn from it. This one you're about to listen to, these are Nigerians in the UK complaining seriously, bitterly about how they are being used in the UK. A lot of them are nurses and care workers. So they are saying that we Nigerians, we don't give our body time to rest. We work too much. Even when there are shifts that probably these other people, they don't want to do, you will see us trying to cut corners, like going to the supervisor, going to our manager. Oh, please, can you give me the shift of Vicky? She just said she's not working on Sunday. We don't rest. We are doing too much. I really don't want to say much because this video is long enough. I will let you listen to the video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Whether you are a nurse in the UK, you are a healthcare assistant, they are saying that your body needs rest. Rest! We need to rest. Anyways, if you are meeting me for the first time before we go ahead with the video, my name is Joanne Ekeke. I'm based here in United Kingdom. On this very channel, I talk about things that affect Nigerians, Africans in the diaspora, especially here in the UK. So if you're interested in content like this, subscribe to my channel. Before we go further, please, I beg you, Joema Binu, please click on the like button. It doesn't cost anything to like a video. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, yes. And I want to say a very big thank you to my subscribers. Permits me to say that you'll be seeing voiceover videos for a little while because I have some things going on in my house. So I'm just looking for one corner to make this video. So please, if you see voiceover videos like this, watch it, please. Thank you very much. With that being said, let's hear from our brothers and sisters in the UK that are nurses and healthcare assistants.
Call in sick. What happens then? They call agency. We go and cover, they pay us more. But what do you have now? You have people like me on the shift. We know they tire. We be like us. We be Jackie. We know they tire. Even when we are exhausted, we still come to work because we are calculating the money. We don't have the mind of, oh, I'm too tired, let me not come. People are here where I work now. People will do their 3 days. They don't finish for office. They are still in the office begging for extra shift. People are doing 6 days. People are doing 7 days. They are doing all this long shift. So there is no space for agency and there's no space for bank. Because our people, let them bring on. So if anyone thinks eventually things go settle, no. The NHS has recruited the best workforce they could ever recruit. So things are only going to go, thank you, Gabriel. Things are only going to go downhill from here. That is my own prediction. Oh. Because the reason why, if you think of what NHS is paying, you cannot use that to enter nursing. People say, but you are not in it for the money. I don't have another career. You guys not listening. I not get another job. I not get another handwork. I'm only a nurse. So don't tell me I'm not in it for the money. I am not in a council house. Okay, let me go to my landlord now, or my landlady, and say, landlady, don't forget, oh, I'm a nurse, so you will meet me in hospital. You think you will say, oh, I didn't know that. You know what? Your rent this month, I reduce it by £500. Only give me 200. Is that how it works? The same market where I am buying, where IT guys are buying, is where I am buying my own food. I don't have anything to show them and say, oh, look at me, I'm a nurse. For that reason, reduce for me. No. So, as much as every other person need the money, we too, we need the money. Things are hard. Let's tell each other the truth. During COVID, nurses carried themselves. They were working and risking their life. At the end of it, what NHS do? They carry pots, back of pots, and pot cover every Thursday. If you just came to this country, you might not know. Every Thursday evening, I think it was 7 or 8 o'clock, they were clapping for us. Shishi, we not see. Shigbai, we don't see. But every 8 o'clock on a Thursday, please, who remembers this? Thank you. And face, who remembers the clapping of every Thursday? Thank you. And Isabel, thank you. You want to hear? That's all we got. That's all we got. They were clapping. Because their hand never fit clap loud, they go use cover of pot, they go use pot, they go use plate, they go use spoon and knife. That's what we got during COVID for key workers. But did that reduce the mortgage? No. As COVID they finished, now some mortgage rates fly go up. People that were doing mortgage of 550, 400, mortgage skip to 1,200 on the same nonsense salary. How are people going to cope? I don't know. Yes, please, my sister. Yeah, carry on.
Yes. Because I'm studying radiography. I think you might remember my feature because I normally come to your life. I've not gone to anyone's life for months. Anyway, I'm doing radiography, and the NHS where I'm doing radiography, they employ 21 international students, you know, like, because radiography, they are short of staff everywhere across the country. That's the reason, like, because I already got a degree in cybersecurity, but I'm able to do a second degree being funded by student finance because of the shortage. So yeah, like you said before, couple of months ago, that's when people start complaining that there is no jobs anymore. Even students are nearly finished, they're complaining they can't get a job in nursing. I think the problem is that there are too many people. This September, new set has come in. Many overseas are coming in. Africa, Indians, a lot of them are coming in. Philippines, they are all coming in. So there is not a lot of job to go around. I think that's the problem. There's not a lot of job. Even my NHS where I'm doing placement, they are still
good, but I would also like a bit of money, please, for the milk, eh?
So even the NHS which I'm currently doing my placement, they are employing more staff as well, even though they have employed more international students because of we are in many, just like the way the nurses are in different departments. We are in radiology department, we are in theater, we do mobile, we go to ward. So they also send it to peripheral side, all this primary side. So there is need for radiographer. I feel like people should also know that you can go into occupational therapy, physio, dietitian, radiography. It doesn't have to be nursing, you know. So yeah, it doesn't have to be. Even with nursing, even with radiography, like me, I want to go into private because I don't want to work in plain film. Like when you finish radiography, you have to kind of work in plain film first before you specialize. And I don't like plain film. I just feel like it's buy one get three free. So I'd rather go into private where I know that I'm going to specialize immediately. So there, like in private, if it's 2 machines, you go 4 staff there. So compared to when you are working in a care home, it's most of the time it's only one nurse that will look after 30-something, 40-something residents. So with in aspect of radiography, like if it's 2 machines, you have at least 4 staff there. So there is enough. I feel like there's jobs available for in radiography, so it doesn't have to be like I like caring for people, but I can't do what nurses does. It's just not my kind of help. I like caring for people, not to that standard of nursing, you know. Yeah. So I feel like people should look at other different healthcare career path. It does not have to be nursing. So that's my contribution.
I've said that before. Thank you so much, Blessing. Thank you. I've said that before. We need to learn to diversify, but unfortunately, the wahala that we have in our community is that we often act like sheep. We often if one person starts selling ice cream on this street now, you see 7 stores will open the next day and they'll start selling ice cream. If one person goes, because I know the representation is good, there's a lot of us in nursing, but I think at this moment, if you are smart, you need to start thinking of you still want to be in healthcare, you still want to be in patient care, but you need to start thinking outside the box and looking at other areas. All right. So who is Anna Face? Hi, good morning. Anna Face, are you there? All right, Laolu, hello and good morning. Please make your contribution.
Good morning. It's like, I don't know, I just feel like nursing was good. Right now, it's becoming oversaturated, especially when it comes from the international nurses. It's becoming a bit too much. Like, even when you're on placement, you just notice they're just bringing in international nurses, and it's like, what's the point of the homegrown nurses anymore? Like, even me, I'm about to graduate from nursing now, and honestly, I don't feel like I want to do it anymore. Because I'm like, when I look at the salary, I look at what they're earning, I look at the what's scary is that you make one mistake, your career is over. And that's what's scaring me now. Like, I just feel like, okay, I'm going to become, maybe I'll do it for 1 year and see how it looks like, but I'm just looking at,
don't do it for 1 year, 6 months.
That's what I'm looking at. I already started doing other things.
Do it for 6 months, okay? Not for 1 year. Morning, everyone. Sorry,
yeah.
But
So
don't do it for 1 year.
I'm just going to, like, I've started, like, doing some other courses now that I want to learn to, like, I just feel like it's not really worth all these 3 years. People like, when I spoke to my aunt, like, you did 3 years, you've done 3 years. I'm like, if I look at it, it's not really worth my 3 years, to be honest. Me doing, I should have just listened to my friends and gone into IT and done other things, because I just feel like it's not. If you look at how much they're going to pay you, you look at everything. I look at the stress that it involves.
Oh, it's not like that, Quinola. Don't say every job has a risk. Very few jobs you will do and go to jail. Nursing, you can't go to jail.
If you come on placement and you understand that it's a very lovely job, but let's understand, like, I love taking care of patients. I enjoy, like, it's really fun. It's very rewarding. But when you think about the risk involved and the money that you're getting, it's just not.
The risk of contracting an infection. How many times have people come to A&E and obviously you wear your PPE and you do everything, and later they will come back. Okay, let's even leave AIDS. A patient comes in, they are coughing and they're doing all that, and we are all trying to treat because they have respiratory issue. Then we do all the tests and come back. Nobody has stopped and they say, oh my God, the person in room 3 has tuberculosis. And we're, oh shoot, everybody not starts. We've not been there since. Because we didn't know.
Sometimes you think about the risk, you're just thinking of the patient.
That's not to say don't do nothing. But you need to just weigh up your options. If you like healthcare, if you like to look after people, nursing is not the only thing you can do.
Yeah. Like
Blessing was saying just now, there are other things in healthcare that you can do that you are not so at risk, you are not so exhausted, you are not using all your body. Nursing is not easy. People don't understand it. People will say, oh, because you are only thinking of bedside. Please, I understand that bedside is not the only position. This is not America. People always confuse the UK nursing with American nursing. This is not America. We don't have tele-nursing. It's now I'm hearing things like informatics, nursing informatics and stuff like that. At least a good 70% of nursing in the UK is patient-facing.
Okay.
It's patient-facing, which means you're going to be in contact with patients. Now they have virtual wards. But even virtual wards, when things start to go carefully, what do? The virtual nurse will get off her butt and we go to the patient house or we'll go to the ward and go and see that patient.
Yeah, I'm even thinking of doing GP as well, or like I'm gonna do work like 1 year, but I'll move to like GP or something, or even leave nursing entirely.
But the money will be low, my brother. See me, I say things the way it is. I don't want to be doing it. We thank God for everything. We will manage. The money will be low for GP. The reason why a lot of us were coping with nursing was because of agency.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Say with men who goes into nursing, GP is very limited. So my background is GP actually. Okay. The issue in the GP workforce is beyond ridiculous compared to the NHS. Because don't forget, the GPs are business. They are owned by different partners. Okay. And what the male GP can do is very limited to what the females, what male nurses can do is very limited to what the female nurses can do. You're talking about cervical screening, children hymns. A lot of the male nurses can't or won't do that anyway.
Why won't they allow a male nurse? If a doctor can do cervical screening, why can't a male nurse do cervical screening?
A male nurse.
I can't talk to I don't play with females. That's what you say is true, because as a man, as a nurse, sometimes I get what you can't. I don't even. I like to avoid female patients.
Many nurse prescriber can there be? It's required.
Sorry,
carry on.
Yeah, so like he said, it's the backlash that the male nurses get. Patient can accuse you of anything. In the GP ward, you're a lone worker in your own room, doing your own consultation. You can ask for a chaperone. Even as a female nurses, you still get patient accusing them of, oh, you're touching me anyhow, or I was squeezing my face when you were doing the cervical screening, but you still carried on. All sort of things that they get accused of. Do you understand? So going back to what you were saying about working in the GP land, the money in the GP world is actually very rubbish. I'm telling you. The benefits of working within the NHS, it's much better in terms of sick pay or sickness policy, in terms of other employment progression as well. In the NHS, you do have that. Do you understand what you're saying in terms of the pay and things like that, especially if you're only working within the trust and you're not doing agency? Care home pays slightly a bit more, but the stress in that slice is slightly a bit more. Again, I don't think it's conducive to anyone. If you're the only nurse working, looking after 30 dementia patients, just imagine, and they're paying about £5,000 more a year. What is that? So the NHS is going down the hill. I think what a lot of people are doing is doing a specialty course. If you specialize in something, it gives you more room to move about. If you look at lecturers, nursing lecturers, guess how much it is paying them? They start their salary at 40,000. The maximum most of these top lecturer get, maximum they get is about 55,000, 58. Okay. So talking about someone who has a mortgage of £3,500 to pay a month, how?
Those assessors. You guys just throw things out because you've seen it. Those assessors. Of course, there's those assessors. I did the those assessing the BIA course a couple of years ago. Yes, but there is still limitation. Because this one that they are talking about now, each dose you assess is 300. Actually, I don't know. If you requested, please write something because I don't know that name, Ashla. So it's 300 and something. For that 300 and something, you have to travel to the care home to go and do your assessment. And then you come back to come and write report. Some of these reports can take you days to write, and you are doing this as part-time or as full-time. This thing is not easy. I understand that there are different things that people can do, and even get a leg into that does, because what do they want? This is council that are employing you, although they are using agencies. It's council that are employing you to go to these places and assess these people to make sure that, them being held in wherever they are is in their best interest. You get? But don't forget that the council needs to make sure that you have the experience before they will give you a client to go. And the agencies need to make sure that you have experience. To not get an agency that will take a chance on you, which is what people are experiencing now. Nobody wants to employ. which is what newly qualified are experiencing. Nobody wants to take you on. People will even ask you for experience. Before the agency will now give you a file, there is no way to practice. And I say, okay, go to James Nursing Home, go and assess Ethel, because she's been there to see if she's, you know, if the home is right for her. It's hard because they want to make sure you have experience, you've done it before. They don't want to waste their time and you go back and forth and you miss out on some, and you miss some key information, and they send it to the home, and the home then comes back on them and say, no, the assessment was not done right. Things are tight. This nonsense, things are tight. It's really hard. We have to be honest. Yes, it's good to wear the uniform. You look good. You know, people say, you are a nurse, you are a nurse. And you are working with maybe other Africans who are HCA, who might see you up there and think, oh, but things are bad. I'm not saying it's not easy retrievable, but Queen, I'm saying, let's not look at it with rose-tinted glasses. Things, we need to tell our people the truth. Nursing, and it's going to get worse. I mentioned something before. I said the reason why some of us thought about nursing, say, well, we will go there. The reason why we did was because we knew that the NHS salary was bad. But you know, you could subsidize it with agency. Let me give you an example. I'm going to tell you figures. You understand? There's no secret. When I was working for the NHS, I was in A&E. And I think my first salary was 1,800. And I was still, you know, 1,800, 1,900. I will do days, I will do nights. That's what I was earning. But as a bank staff, if I do one agency shift, on a week, I was doing a lot of nights. On a Saturday night, it was 430. On a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it was 399 pounds for one. So now you tell me, if I make, let's say 1,800 for a month, if I make 1,800 a month and I do 2 agency shifts, let's say after tax I get 300 to make simple maths, is that not 2,400? So I've only done 2 extra shifts and I've made 2,400 for the month. That is manageable. But we are not in a state where there are no extra shifts. I'm not talking about agency, I'm talking bank.
Can I say something?